In a small village in the heart of rural Nigeria, Amara, a young farmer, lived with her mother, diligently tending to their family's farm and crops. The sun was shining brightly and the sweet sound of birds chirping filled the air. Amara's mother stood up, wiping the sweat from her forehead, and surveyed the crops with a satisfied expression. Amara's mother, smiling, proud tone. "Amara, my dear, the crops are looking very healthy indeed. We are going to have a good harvest this season by God's grace." Amara put down the watering can and walked towards her mother, admiring the ripe vegetables she had just harvested. Amara smiled back, dutiful tone. "Yes, mother, I've been taking very good care of them. See how well they are flourishing." Their peaceful life was suddenly disrupted by the arrival of Dele, a wealthy, high-profile businessman from Lagos. He stepped out of his sleek black sedan, adjusting his expensive suit and designer sunglasses, and looked around the village with a sharp, calculating gaze. He approached Amara's mother, who was standing near the farm, looking a bit confused. Dele, smooth, confident, slightly Americanized accent. "Good day, ma. I am Dele, a developer and businessman from Lagos. I admire your land greatly, and I would like to make you a very attractive offer." Amara's mother looked at Dele warily, just as Amara returned from the farm, carrying a basket of freshly picked vegetables. Amara's mother, hesitant, cautious tone. "What kind of offer are you talking about, sir?" Dele handed her a legal-looking document. "I will give you a generous price for your land. With this money, you can start a comfortable new life in the city. A fresh start." Amara's eyes widened when she saw Dele and her mother in conversation. She quickly put down the basket and rushed to join them. Amara, concerned, demanding answers. "Mother, please, what is going on here?" Dele tried hard to persuade Amara's mother to sell the land, but Amara was determined to fight him. Amara, pleading, desperate. "Mother, don't agree to this. We cannot sell. This land is our home and our inheritance." But Dele's words were charming and persuasive, and Amara's mother eventually agreed to sell the land. Amara was heartbroken, and they were forced to leave their village and relocate to the bustling city. As they settled into their new, unfamiliar life, Amara made a shocking discovery. Dele was her biological father, who had abandoned her mother many years before. Her mother had kept the secret hidden, fearing the scandal would ruin her future. But Amara was determined to use this critical information to her advantage. Amara started working secretly to gather solid evidence of Dele's scheme to illegally cut down the revered Baobab tree, a strong symbol of their village's history and pride. She rallied the villagers, calling them to action, and together they organized a massive protest against Dele's wicked plans. They were determined to save their heritage and their ancestral way of life. Dele was utterly shocked to see his own daughter, Amara, leading the revolt. He had never imagined that the child he abandoned would be the one to single-handedly thwart his multi-million naira project. But Amara was relentless. She seized every single opportunity to expose Dele's true greedy intentions and to ensure his plans failed. Despite Dele's numerous attempts to silence her, threatening her and offering huge bribes, Amara continued to speak out boldly against him. She organized community rallies, gave hard-hitting interviews to the press, and even managed to sneak into Dele's city office to gather more incriminating evidence. As the weeks went by, Dele realized that Amara was not going to yield. He finally began to see the error of his arrogant, greedy ways and decided he must make amends. He immediately halted his plans to cut down the Baobab tree and instead started collaborating with Amara and the villagers to restore the community and protect the sacred tree. The villagers and the urban dwellers came together, united in purpose, to restore the village and honor the Baobab tree. Amara and Dele worked side by side, Driven by a new sense of reconciliation and hope, Amara finally found the closure she needed and the village was beautifully restored. Dele approached Amara looking genuinely remorseful. Dele, humble, regretful tone. Amara, I am truly sorry. My own ambition was a terrible blinding force. I never realized the extent of the harm I was causing until it was almost too late. Amara looked at her father, a complicated mix of deep emotions on her face. Amara, firm but with forgiveness. I forgive you, father, but you must still make this right and keep your word to these people. Dele nodded his head, tears glistening in his eyes. Dele, I will, Amara. I promise you, I will. The story of Amara and the Baobab tree became a true testament to the formidable power of hope and dogged determination. It showed that even in the deepest, darkest times, there is always a way forward, and that when people come together, they can overcome any obstacle, no matter how great.